Hello!
Finally!
It has been a minute and we are deeply...
It's been longer than a minute.
And truly sorry. But yo, having a child and when your baby is your focus, you just have to prioritize stuff.
It's just no joke.
Yeah.
It's just no joke. All I can say, no joke.
Even my eyes twitching. Is it tiredness?
Look,
who knows? Black. We're in black.
We can't wash our colours.
Twitching because we can't wash our colours. Maybe that's the reason. Oh, we're actually gonna get into it. Yeah, but I'm Kyra Bruce.
I'm Robert Bruce.
And we have had what's our intro?
What's even our intro? What's it now? Like 9 years of dating.
9 years
of friendship.
9 years of friendship. 6 years of dating, 2 years of marriage, and we have a baby boy. Selector, rewind. Say it again. Come on.
That's what they do on the football pitch when they come on.
What would be your football celebration?
My football celebration?
Yeah.
I like to think it'll be a cartwheel. And into backflip.
I've never seen you do a cartwheel or
cartwheel
backflip.
Into backflip.
So because you would be a footballer, you would be flexible and
yeah.
So you could just imagine. Do you know what mine would be? I'll score the goal, then I'll run to the crowd and I'll go like this. I said, shake them today.
You're a mother. You're a whole mother. This is what you're thinking.
No, I'll do it as a joke. Obviously, I wouldn't actually but it would just be banter, and everyone would be like, "Hey."
I don't think it'll be banter.
Or do you think I would get like fines for that? Because I know that there's like football. Yeah, they fine you for certain things.
No footballers can take their top off. Full stop.
No, I'm not saying actually take my top off.
So what are you gonna do?
I'm just saying banter like how I just said it. See, you're already laughing.
I'm laughing at the fact. I don't know why that's what you're thinking of. I don't understand.
Found it funny. No,
but I don't understand how you got there.
I just want to banter the crowd. I want the crowd to just laugh.
They'll be laughing.
And you laughed.
They'll be laughing.
Because they'll think, oh my gosh, what's she gonna do? And I'll be like, haha, gotcha.
God,
with your dirty mind.
You crazy girl. You crazy. But anyway, what's mine is yours, the podcast. We are back. I feel like the last 2 episodes we dropped was the Labour story part 1 and part 2.
And I also feel like we were absolutely delusional and cracked out. I haven't even listened to that podcast.
I wonder how long ago that was. Because whenever it was, we wasn't sleeping. We definitely wasn't sleeping.
I feel like he was maybe 4 months.
Yeah, we wasn't sleeping.
But it's just too early. I just feel like you just don't rush it. I feel like externals will say, come on, drop your baby. Come on, leave him. He's fine. No, leave your baby when you're ready.
Yeah.
Take as much time as you want.
Yeah.
But I feel like you'll say, yeah, you were ready.
I'm saying you're on your behalf. You see me? Drop the baby. Where you want to drop? Where you going to be? Back.
You say that. No, don't.
No, not like, obviously, like, drop him like nicely.
No.
Yeah.
You say that, but also, I don't feel like that's you either.
No, it is.
No, I don't think it is.
I've accommodated, but I'm going to drop the
So
baby.
it's me. I'm the one who's holding us back. That's what you're trying to say.
I didn't say you're holding us back. I didn't say, but you got your good reasons. Because to be honest, it's not as easy as drop the baby.
No.
I thought it would be easier than what it actually is, but it's not as easy as just drop the baby, leave the baby. Because you can do that, but you can also not sleep if you've got no routine, if you've got no order. Do you know what I mean? It all depends on the sort of child that you've got.
Some crackhead baby who, when you drop him, there's no routine, there's no set meal times, it's just cracked out.
No,
I'm
but to be fair, some kids can roll with that because some kids can just sleep anywhere and sleep at any time, you know?
But, yeah.
But yeah, man. So it just all depends on the sort of child that you have and the sort of parents that you are.
Yeah, I guess so.
You know. But anyway, Kyra, it feels weird just being.
I know it is not.
Here, like
with. I'm just gonna jump into this, but with this podcast, it may seem as though I know everybody's doing a bloody podcast these days. Why? But however, Robert and I actually really and truly enjoy the whole formality of podcasting, of radio.
Yeah.
As you may know, Robert, what do you do?
Yeah, I'm a radio presenter,
He's
man.
a radio
Broadcaster,
presenter.
serious journalist.
Where do you do your radio?
I'm at Capital Extra. I do the breakfast show alongside Shane and Marie. It's all good. It's all fun and games, man.
Yeah. We actually studied broadcast journalism at uni.
And we should do a bit of a background on us for people that are new here.
Yeah,
Yeah.
That's
Sorry,
what I'm doing.
You doing. You doing.
Yeah, we studied broadcast journalism at uni at the tender years of 2014.
That's
We were babies.
years ago.
Is it 10 years ago? Oh, then maybe we have 10 years of friendship then.
But it would have been like September. In September, it would go to 10 years.
Too much calculations.
Imagine 10 years ago, 10 years ago at this exact point, we had not even met each other. Now look, house, marriage, kids.
It's actually foul, disgusting.
That's crazy. Oh my gosh.
It is.
I didn't even know you walked the earth with your Jamaica, Uganda self.
But you needed me.
Not 10 years ago.
And you wanted me.
Not 10 years ago.
You desired me. You prayed to God for me. I was the woman you prayed to God for.
Are you sure?
Yeah.
Let's see how long it lasts.
Robert, you can't say jokes like that. It's actually not
You
funny.
always used to say those jokes.
No.
Don't lie.
I said if you do something wrong, I'll divorce you.
Exactly. You don't
said
joke like
I will
that.
never divorce. I will never divorce. I said I'm not trying to suffer.
You play like that. You play that game. You know me, I just dabble in that game every now and again.
We done broadcast journalism at uni. We actually had a radio show together, which is where Robert got scouted for Capital Extra. Obviously, they didn't care for me. They actually did.
Like, it just,
They didn't like me. There was one guy who was like, yeah, the three of you. He sold us dreams.
Really?
No, don't say really.
Which guy was it?
There was that guy. I feel like in the industry, I don't know. I hope it doesn't get you fired, but I feel like in that industry, like all of the bosses are like white old men. White old men. I don't know if you've been watching the show Champion. We've been watching the show Champion.
You see Champion, yeah? That's honestly one of the best shows I've watched recently. We've only recently got back into watching shows. I'm sure, we'll explain, but Champion right now, I'm hooked.
No,
I want to go to Jamaica, man.
Robert, you can't be just
sorry.
spoilers.
I do want to go to Jamaica, but sorry.
Yeah, no, Robert's gagging for Jamaica. Anytime any sort of Jamaican song comes up, Robert's here. I'm like, okay, we get it.
No, I'm not.
You know the lyrics.
No, I'm not. No.
We get it.
I like dancehall with it. That's it. There's nothing wrong with liking dancehall. I like dancehall.
No one said there was an issue, but you actually don't have to shout the lyrics.
I don't shout the lyrics.
Just so you can let me know that you know the song.
I don't shout the lyrics. That's out of order. Don't do that.
You'd be like,
I don't shout the lyrics.
Under the fire.
You don't even know the lyrics yourself. But anyway,
yeah. So what I was trying to say about Champion is in the music industry, like all the big bosses are like these white guys, and it's like, where did you even come from? Do you even actually know the music? Which I found funny because when we won our student radio award, wasn't there that white old guy who approached us?
No,
and he was like, let me get your email address. We should go for like breakfast. I was like, yes, I'm gonna make it in life. And I don't know what happened. I don't know, but it was Robert who made it.
Radio is hard, isn't it? It's hard. There's not really a lot of spaces and stuff.
Oh, shut up.
But we never know. We can bring it back, bro.
I've got this podcast. This is my baby. But what is lovely is I have worked in production, which still followed my passions and dreams of all tech and producing and blah, blah, blah. And I'm actually a producer now. And I've gone back to work.
You've gone back to work.
I've gone back to bloody work. I have.
A long maternity.
It wasn't
leave.
that long.
Didn't it feel long?
I think towards the end, it felt long because baby boy was becoming a lot more agile and independent. And it just felt like the right time to go. And plus, all of my mum friends had gone back to work too. I feel like if I was the first,
that would have been hard.
It would have been really hard. But yeah, I only do 3 days a week as well. I've used my holiday. Ladies, use your holiday. Hack of life. Yeah, that's your hack. Use your holiday to
stagger your going back to work. So right now you work 3 days a week, but then 2 of them days are holiday days, and you think you're going to do that for what, 7 to 8 weeks?
Yeah, 7 weeks. So technically I'm getting full pay, which is going to be glorious for us because we're gagging for it.
Listen, before you get pregnant, yeah, Get yourself a job where you get maternity pay, okay?
Yeah.
Because, boy.
But then I feel like that's what's hard about our industry. Everybody is pretty much freelance and you kind of hop between jobs because, and also I feel like it's our, not era, what do people call it?
Generation?
Our generation.
Yeah.
I feel like we don't just settle at a job. If we can progress and get more money, then we're going to do that. And I don't think there's any harm in doing that because if you have the skills and capabilities, then fly, little bird, fly.
I feel like back in the day, you can really just work one job, build your family,
And just
even
stay
potentially
there for
like
years.
wifey doesn't really have to work. But now the way the economy is, unless you're moving out of London, like we talk about a lot of the time, is quite hard to survive, man, to stay afloat. But we managed. Well done.
Thanks,
well
babes.
done.
But what we did actually save hard as soon as we found out we were pregnant.
True. We saved super, super hard.
Yeah.
Just in anticipation. And then what do we use that money for? To go on holiday.
That holiday was trash as
That
well.
was
It was actually trash.
We went on our first one. Oh, my days.
It wasn't trash, but it was just
Different. Holiday with a child is
it's
very, very different. Very, very different. Speaking of what though, how's the week been in general for you this week? It's been like kind of a big change for us, to be fair.
Yeah, I think, well, obviously went back to work and I'm not going to lie, I think I kind of struggled. It's hard. It's hard because obviously I think for the first week I've been working from home. I'm going to try work from home as much as I can, but obviously I don't have a say. If I need to go in, then I have to go in. I am a producer, so I'm going to have to be on location for certain shoots. So that fills me with anxiety and just weirdness.
I think you got to, once you do it once, I think it will be all right.
I think it will be fine. But I think it's also, I don't know, like we didn't really do a test run with your mum.
No.
To like see how it would flow and how it would work. So she's like in the living room playing with baby. And then I'm like at the dining table working, trying to figure out if I should get like a desk and work upstairs. I don't really feel like there's any point with doing that because the dining table is perfect.
Did you feel distracted though? Like when you hear them and stuff, how did you?
Not really, but I think it would be different if it was my mum. If it was my mum with Koa, then I'll probably just be sat in the living room like...
Oh, you think so?
Yeah.
So? I thought if it was your mum, you'd probably be even more free.
No, I think I would be like...
More involved.
Yeah. Whereas I think I kind of just let your mum do her thing. But I don't know if I'm scared of your mum.
Good. Why?
Because I feel like your mum always says, oh, mummy's working, leave mummy to work. So it's like, if I'm the one like, you okay? Like, then she'll just keep saying those comments. I'm just like, oh, F off, man.
Do you know what's weird for me, yeah? This weekend, you going back to work, like, when you're working, coming home, and my mum's here all the time, it's a bit strange because, like, we've moved out, living on our own and stuff. I don't know if we'll test run dropping him and stuff, but it's just so easy and convenient.
Yeah, like his cot's
here and you haven't got to set up and stuff. But like, you come home and your mum's here all the time.
Yeah, I think that's something to get over as well. Like sometimes I'm like, I want to talk to you, but like not that it's anything that your mum shouldn't hear. But it's like I just want to talk to you and be like, I don't know, this went well or something. But it's like your mum is there. But no.
I think that's a really, really interesting thing because we haven't actually really spoken about that from both our perspectives.
No, not.
And you would think it would naturally be harder for you because one, you're here and you're all here, but you're here, but you can't really get involved, but you have to get involved for certain stuff. So I don't know how to balance that. And then I'm here and it's sort of like, I need to make sure everyone's okay. So my wife is okay, my child's okay, my mom's okay at the same time. And
because I'm not gonna lie, your mum's not been eating when she comes here.
It's so bad, guys.
And I wanna tell her off and be like, look, when Koa has his lunch, that's when you have your lunch. Because that's what I do.
Mm-hmm.
I will cut up Koa's food, warm it up, and then in that time I'll warm my food because his food needs to cool down.
Mm-hmm.
And then I'll make my sandwich or whatever, and then we all eat together. But your mum is literally starving herself and then rummaging in the cupboard.
She loves, like, do you know what though? What I've realized is if we weren't here, I think she would do it like that. But because we are here, it's so easy to, oh, I'm just gonna make my lunch. Can you watch him quick?
But she doesn't do that unless she does that when you come home.
Yeah, I feel like when I come home, she probably feels like, okay, there's two of us now. I can do what I need to do. I don't know if, because sometimes you'd feed Koa his lunch or I'll feed him.
I only fed him his lunch once this week.
And I think I did once. If you did once, he's only been here like twice or three times.
Yeah, because I work 3 days a week.
Yeah. So if you've done one other once, that means she's only done once as well. We'll find our flow anyway.
Yeah, we'll find our flow.
We'll find our flow. But obviously it's new and exciting for her because now she's getting
she loves it. And it's like, if you say thank you auntie for coming to look. No, don't say thank you. But it's like, of course I have to say thank you.
Yeah.
I would say thank you to you all the time. I don't know, like I can't just say
you can't
bye.
Not say thank you when someone's giving you help.
Yeah.
And the reality of it is, if we didn't have anyone available to give us help, it'll probably be nursery.
Yeah.
And then the cost, we don't even know what that cost is. Everyone always complains about the cost of childcare and stuff. So it's hard. But imagine going nursery, realizing the cost, and then having someone come to help. And I feel like, not that you would appreciate them more, but you really feel it.
Because you'll be like, wow, I'm saving all these bucks.
Yeah. So it's been really interesting this week.
Yeah.
Going back. I feel like next week I'll probably stay out more.
Really? No.
Yeah. I don't think I'm productive when I come back. Because obviously a lot of the stuff that we know about Koa is new for my mum. So it's super exciting for her, but like we know what he's like. So she'll be like, oh, he's doing this, he's doing that. It's like, yeah,
but I think at least 2 weeks. Like, obviously if you have to stay out, stay out.
Yeah.
But
well, I just know this week I haven't been as productive as I should have been. I know that for a fact. Or even if it's coming back, but not hanging out with you guys downstairs.
Well, it's not hanging out with me. I'm working.
Yeah.
But going back to work after maternity leave, I feel like, not like a slacker, but I feel like I have a point to prove, and I have to show my work ethic, and I have to show that I am capable. And I feel like there's a lot of pressure.
Do you know, I think it's the company you work in as well.
Oh.
Like, your life has changed drastically from when you started working there to where you're at now. Like, it's not that you're any much older, but you think about things differently to what you were thinking about before. Like, the things that interest you are different. The people have largely changed at your job, but it's the same type of people, if that makes sense. But yeah, you have to go in and prove that I can work, you know, like they held out this job for me. I'm all right with it, but you're a different person, so it's hard to slot back into that.
I think it's the fact that I'm working 3 days a week. So I think I work Mondays, Thursdays and Fridays, and I feel like I just have a lot to catch up on, or I have a lot to prove, because I have to basically fit my work week within those 3 days.
Do you feel like you're doing more because of working less?
No, I mean, I've only been back for a week, so it's hard to say, but I do feel as though on Friday, I was like, look at what I've done this week. So it's not as though, I don't know, I'm doing nothing. And I also do think, because I'm working from home, I know, like, people have asked me, when you come into the office? And I'm like, I'm actually just trying to figure out what's going on, because I'm still breastfeeding Koa, and I know I probably should have tried to figure this out. We should have tried to figure this out before I went back to work. But I had envisioned that I would have pumped, but my supply is low. But I do think it's because baby boy just isn't drinking as much because he literally eats like there's food running out.
You see this boy? He eats like someone's after him. Like, honestly, he eats like he's never gonna eat again.
But
it's weird, man.
Yeah,
but it's good. I love the fact.
No, it is good. But the whole breastfeeding thing is like baffling me, because when I pump, it will be like 2-3 ounces, which obviously is not enough. I can't leave that for your mum. Your mum's will be like, "What's this? That's not enough for a session." So yeah, like I never wanted to go into formula and for it to be work to be the cause of that. And I just don't think work understands that. I don't think work care.
Yeah.
And they have no reason to. But also at the same time, you're just like, I'm just trying to be the best mum that I can be. And in all honesty, like, it's actually heartbreaking because it's just like, I've done so well in this journey. I wanted to at least reach 1 year and then be like, okay, cool. Like, I tried. But I don't know. It just sucks. It sucks.
If like, because you've been sorry.
No. I feel like, you know how we had to be induced because of your work.
Yeah.
It's just like, so if you don't know, your holiday, you explain it like.
Yeah, so my holidays tie into other people's holidays at work as well. And we went overdue. So it's getting to the point that we hadn't been off for time. And it was almost like, okay, if you go off on this day, then you're only going to have a week and a half off because you got to come back on this day. But if you go off on this day, then you can get a full 2 weeks at home. And we were like,
for paternity
leave. And we were like, you know what? I'd rather get the maximum time at home. So let's just go off. And then we had the option to get the induction process, I think the following Monday or something. So we thought, okay, that would just be the best line of action. But it would have been wicked to just see it out to the end.
Yeah, just to do things how we wanted to do things. And I just think it's sad that, in a way, society is inflicting, is that even the right word?
Yeah,
society is almost controlling. Dictating.
What they call it, like capitalist society. And it just goes to show, like, you got to work yourself out of your situation. Like, if you want the freedom, then do what you've got to do to get the freedom. If you're relying on work or these other things to sustain you, then you've got to play ball. And that's capitalism,
I just think it's
isn't it?
so sad. Like, what? I have to be a mega baller, self-employed baller for me to be able to make the decisions that I want that affect and help my family.
There's two ways of looking at it. You either be a mega baller or you scale back the way you live. In terms of you scale back the way you live. Like, you have a smaller living space, you have smaller outgoings, so then you can dictate more of your time, really. Because I personally think time is the biggest currency that we have, and making money allows you to free up more time for yourself. So the bigger like gap you can not have between the time and money, the more you're gonna live, if that sort of makes sense. So if you want to live big, you got to get the big bucks in. If you don't mind living smaller, you can get the smaller bucks in and live off of that and dictate your time a little bit more. So it's hard, man. It's hard, but what can you do?
I just want to live and be free. I'm not trying to...
You better make that money.
Yeah, but it's like, I'm not trying to be like, oh, if I take a step to the left, then I'm going to jump into the ocean. No, like, I'm just trying to take that step to the left and know, okay, the coast is clear. Not, oh, I'm going to get hit by a car.
Short-term sacrifice, long-term gain.
I keep twitching. I'm tired.
What else has been going on this week, though? So, going back to work.
Let me tell you.
What?
You think having a child, everything is gonna be pretty and in order? No, homies. I'm gonna let you into a little secret, and yeah, you might cuss us and you might think y'all dirty, y'all nasty. Our laundry has been piling up to the sky. Hey,
you see me, yeah? I don't have shame. Like, you know me. Like, I don't really get embarrassed. I don't really have shame.
I do.
This one here, I said, shame be upon you. I felt this one in my heart. Do you know what it was? Can I just tell the reels of the reels?
Say the reels.
One day, like, we sort out laundry. We were sorting it out. And we'll tell you why the laundry's piling up as well. Kyra was sorting out piles of laundry, yeah. Fair enough. It's good. It was in a big mess and she, like, sort of organized it. I went upstairs to go into the bedroom. I opened the door to go in. I went and boom, the door hit me back in the head. It was that day. And you know when something hurts, but obviously you're adult, so you can't really show that it hurts. And there was no one there.
Because you're an adult.
You're adult. Like, if someone, like, if you hurt yourself, you don't cry. Like, kids can fall over and cry.
I be crying. I cry all the time.
No, but you've never fell over on the street and cried.
No.
Yeah. So kids be crying. As an adult, you couldn't cry. But the thing was, no one was there. And it hit me in my eye. I said, oh. And then I realized there's no one here. I'm talking out loud. The laundry had piled up so much, the door's not opening no more. And I'm like, this is not the correct way of living. It's not the correct way of living. Hence why we're in blacks, because we managed to just...
Only the blacks have been washed and dried.
Because our dryer broke.
Yeah. Damn you, dryer.
And this is another all-time low for me, because adulting, I'm all here for it. We all got to get older. We all got to have responsibilities and stuff. But I don't believe appliances should break.
Do you know, I just didn't know a dryer would be that important in our life, because
honestly,
I didn't grow up with a dryer. So I don't get it. But we have a baby and he washes his clothes frequently.
He doesn't put them in the washing machine.
He
can barely walk.
He needs his clothes washed frequently.
One wear every day.
And it's just a lot to keep on top of.
Yeah.
We should be doing a load, if not two a day.
If not two a day, yeah. We actually should keep on top of stuff.
Things.
And let me just tell you, disclaimer as well, do not buy an electric airer.
Oh.
Look me in the eye.
What in the world?
Do not buy an electric airer.
Not even look you in the eye. Everybody who was banging on about it.
Airer.
Even my mum. She said, "Oh, just get an airer."
It's so good. It's so cheap. It's like so cheap. It is cheap to run. I'll give it that. It's cheap to run, but it's long to run.
You can get it, but if you have a child, don't expect it to help and benefit your life.
You can't get it as a child.
It's slow.
Unless I feel like you need to have an airer and a dryer so you can have stuff that
when we have the normal, what is it even called? The normal
rack.
The normal
Yeah.
rack. I'm doing the sound effects. The normal bloody rack is drying faster than this electric airer.
Yeah, no, the airers really let us down, man.
It's good because we needed like another.
We needed something, yeah, and it'll be good now because stuff that doesn't have to dry immediately can just go on there.
Yeah,
so it's good to have both, but the cost of the airer,
clothes.
Yeah, or even his clothes that he's not. If we're on top of it, it can just be drying on that. Then you haven't got to use a dryer.
I think that's what it is. If you're on top of your washing, then it's good. But if you're like us and just piles up to the sky, but I'm just sorry. Like, is there a hack? Is there like mums and dads out there? Is there a hack? Because I can't keep on top of it. I can't.
We'll actually be very grateful.
Yeah,
we'll be very grateful if someone can let us know.
I swear down, God, Father, someone who's out there. Tell us. How? My eyes twitching again. No, please tell me, how do I wash? How do I cook? How do I clean? How do I do the dishes? How do I have a nice living room? How do I hoover? How do I clean the bathroom? How do I maintain our bedroom? Maintain his bedroom? Hoover the stairs?
Iron your clothes.
Iron our clothes. How do I do it all?
Keep the car clean.
Also, Robert wears clothes and just... He's also like Koa. Wears it once.
No.
And yes, you are.
Bro, I've worn this like 3 times this week.
Nasty.
Well then,
no, I'm joking. But I feel like maybe because you leave the house
I leave
more.
the house.
You leave the house
every
more.
day, basically.
So I wear my house clothes on repeat, like whatever. But it's just bloody a lot.
It's a lot. It is definitely a lot.
But you have to tell the people what we done to...
Yeah. So... One day, I just said, you know what? Man of the house, I've just got to take the situation into my own hands. I said, do you know what I'm doing? Going laundrette. I'm going to the laundrette. And this was another peak adulting. I can't believe I was going to the laundrette.
I know people go to the laundrette, but...
It was peak. Like, I didn't grow up going laundrette, innit? The laundrette I know is in EastEnders.
All I know is dry cleaners.
Dry cleaners, if anything, but not laundrette.
And laundrette when I was like a runner and I used to like...
Okay, but you done come up in the world. Well done.
Done come up.
So basically...
Started from the bottom, now we here.
No, we ain't here yet. We've still got to rise.
Started from the bottom, and I'm climbing.
Still got to rise. I took 3 IKEA bags.
That's nuts.
To the laundrettes.
Really bad. None of Koa's clothes.
This was just our stuff, yeah.
But it's fine if you have to take your baby's clothes.
Yeah. So I took them to the laundrettes, put them in the washing machine, done that, and then waited, put it into the dryer, went to go charge the electric car in between. And I was just like, all of this time is time away from home. And that's another thing. I think we'll talk about it in general in terms of our experience of parenting as well. But I feel bad when I'm out the house because I know, and that was on one of Kyra's days off, I know all the childcare is on Kyra. So like when I'm out the house, obviously you're doing stuff that you got to be doing, but I generally feel bad. It's like, oh, so she woke him up this morning, and I'm never here for the mornings either. So I never do any of the morning.
That's fine. You
work
do
with
most
him.
of the night, so
Yeah, to be fair, but still, like I can't believe I'm outside of the house. I'm not at home with my child because I'm doing laundrette run.
it's just being an adult.
being an adult,
actually
man.
being an adult. Because when you go, I know you have to go, and I know you like whenever you do leave the house, you leave. There's an actual
There's a
reason.
purpose.
There's a
Yeah,
purpose.
yeah.
There's a reason. But I'm just like, don't go. Like
Mhm.
I love it when we're all together. Like this morning we woke up and I was like, brush your teeth with us. Like all of us brush our teeth. But obviously you had stuff to do that would benefit just making things quicker and
Yeah.
stuff. But I'm just like, I just love it when we're all together. Or I think you were like changing him, getting him ready to go to your mum's house. And I was just like, yeah, I'll just go upstairs and join them. Like, I just love being with you guys. And yeah, like the house could be a tip and whatnot, but it's just like that's what I love the most. I love being
Yeah.
with you guys.
Nothing will replace time. Quality time is the
Yeah.
best thing. And this is why you got to work yourself. I'm on this work yourself out your situation sort of vibe, honestly, you know. But anyway, we'll get there. So we done laundrette. That was this week as well. Quite interesting. Came home. All the stuff is washed. Have they been put away? That's another. You need another afternoon to do
But
that.
that's the thing. I only have Tuesdays and Wednesdays off. In the mornings of the Tuesdays and Wednesdays, I take her to a baby class. And then I
swimming.
came back and I was like, okay, cool. He's done a class. He's been active. That's good. Then I have to crack on with the house.
Yeah, yeah.
And really and truly in my head, I'm like, okay, I'm going to do this for a couple of Tuesdays and Wednesdays. And eventually I'm going to be so on top of things that I can start taking him to the farm. I can start taking him to, I don't know, kids space or other like soft play stuff because I want him to have fun on the days that I'm off. But
juggling it all is a lot.
yo,
Do you know, I want to talk about parenting and stuff. Can I just say 2 highlights from this week?
Yes.
Quickly. We had a big interview this week.
I don't know how Robert just switches it like that.
Big
We're really just talking about our baby.
I know. We'll get back to it. He's going to be part of every single podcast.
Yeah, no, that's fine.
Can we just
to
say,
us.
yeah, this week for the breakfast show, myself and Shayna Marie interviewed Sterling K. Brown.
You have to say who he is.
Sterling K. Brown. Let me tell you how Sterling K. Brown entered into our lives, yeah? So Shayna and I went to a movie premiere. I can't remember what the film was, but we went to a movie premiere. Was it even Black Panther? It might have been Black Panther.
I think so.
It could have been Black Panther, yeah, last year. And she saw a woman called Susan Kelechi, I forget her second name. And then she started hyperventilating and saying, oh my gosh, that's Beth. And I was like, who are you talking about? Because you don't really get starstruck. I don't really get starstruck. But this was a starstruck moment. So I said, who is that? And then she explained she's a woman who plays a character called Beth in a show called This Is Us.
Ooh.
And from the way how she reacted, she was like, you have to watch the show. It's the best show ever. I said, what's it about? She said, I can't even describe to you. It's just about family. I was like, okay, cool. Brought it home. Kyra and I said, do you remember how we started it?
I don't even remember.
I was like, there's this show, we got to try and watch it. It's called This Is Us. It's like 8 series, 20 episodes per season. It's long, hour-long episodes, like old school TV.
Yeah.
I feel like we watched it in 4 months. We watched it.
Honestly, Robert, I feel like it was literally a blur.
It was a blur. And that was sort of like one of the biggest shows that we'll remember from our pregnancy journey.
Yeah, 100%. It was good.
Yeah.
I feel like it just takes you on so many emotional rides watching that show.
Yeah.
And there's just like, it just goes in different directions. So yeah, no, it was a really good show.
You proper build your relationship with the characters. You build just like their story. You're so invested in it. And Sterling K. Brown plays a black dad in the show who is married to Beth, who's also another black woman. They got a nice little family. And his story is just crazy, from reconnecting with his birth parents because he was adopted, and
his character is called Randall.
his character's called Randall as well. And you just follow his story. It's just very nice, very wholesome. So we interviewed him because he's in a new film that's out called American Fiction, which I can't wait to watch because that one's looking funny as well. But it was a real like, I never knew, when people ask you, who do you want to interview next, blah, blah, I never knew that Sterling K. Brown would be that person.
Yeah.
But he definitely was. So yeah, that was a big highlight. And Paul C. Brunson, the love expert, he's a G. He's just a G. Like we interviewed him as well. He's a G. And it's so funny because I interviewed him this week, and you actually worked with him 5 years ago, you know.
How'd you know?
We spoke about it. I spoke to him about it.
And he remembered?
He remembered, yeah, because it was his first series of Celebs Go Dating.
Yes, it was.
Yeah.
Wait, so you actually said?
Yeah. I spoke to him, showed him your picture and stuff. He's like, I don't know if he remembered you and that, but he remembers that season.
His
He remembers that season because I said,
yeah,
this season, it's his first one. So yeah, and he's funny. Doing the interview with him,
like a really nice guy,
proper nice guy. Shall I tell you the story that he told us off mic?
If it's allowed,
no, it's allowed. It's cool. He was just explaining the story to us of how he moved to the UK permanently. Yeah. So he's been permanent here in the UK for 1 year now.
Oh,
he's from New York. He used to live in Washington DC. Do you remember last year when Donald Trump made all those people storm, like, I don't know if it was the White House or they stormed.
Was it Donald Trump who made them do it?
Yeah, Donald Trump told them to all go and stuff. So he was living in Washington at that time. He said the mayor of Washington told all the residents, board up your doors and all of that. Don't come outside your house. And he has 2 young kids, 2 boys. So they saw out the window people coming with like their flags, their Confederation flags, and just shotguns and stuff like that. You know, just how America is just not a real place. So the kids saw that, they were crying and all of that. And he said when he landed in the UK, he got in a taxi and he was driving home. Him and his family were driving home, and they saw a police officer pull over a black man, motorist. So his kids got their phones out because that's what they're conditioned to do. As soon as you see that, you get their phones out and whatnot.
That's nuts.
And he said the taxi driver was laughing at them like, oh, why are you doing that sort of thing? And they was explaining this is what you do in America. And then when they were driving past, they saw the police officer high five the guy. So for his kids, it was like, this is where we're meant to be, sort of things. So that's just a quick story of what he told.
Wow.
But he's a G, man. That interview's going to be landing as well.
That's giving me like shivers.
Yeah, it's one of them shivers sort of stories. So yeah, he was a real G. Spoke about working with your wife and business and stuff like that, and just...
I hope you got some good tips from that.
Some good tips, man. I got some good tips. So that's why it's been wholesome, man. A bit of work, a bit of coming home, a bit of changing in our flow of life, and even making it to the pod is a testament to where we are right now.
It is true. But I know you were talking about Paul.
Yeah.
But what else has happened at work, babes?
Oh, at work we got some radio listening figures back.
Don't say it so chill.
No, but people don't care about that, man. No. But what I would say is the radio listening figures are really, really good. We've got like 600.
It shows that you're doing really well.
Yeah, man, we're working, man.
And it's not just radio figures. It's radio figures on the breakfast show, which you and Shayna do. Yeah. So it's reflecting that you guys are doing a really good job.
Yeah, no, we are, man.
And that should be celebrated.
We work hard. I tell you, doing a breakfast show and having a kid.
Yeah, exactly. Oof. Even with that as well.
Nuts.
You've juggled having a baby, waking up at what? 4 a.m. 4 a.m. every single day. And the numbers have gone up.
Mm-hmm.
Nuts.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. It's good,
nuts,
man.
Nuts.
Well done, everyone. Well done. Can we talk about something, though? I feel like I've been thinking about this, and I thought it's good that we're actually recording today to come back and talk about this year. But what were your expectations of parenthood, and what have the realities of parenthood been?
All I know, let me just give a brief outline. All I know is that I thought my life would be the same, but just with a baby.
Mm-hmm.
I just thought it would be the same, but with a baby. I don't know. Like, you see your mum do it and you're just like, I think because you just see your mum as your mum and she's just always been there, that's the vision you have of your mum.
Mm-hmm.
But mama had a life before you. A lot of things were different.
Mm-hmm.
So, okay, one of the expectations is, I thought your girl was gonna get her body back. Okay. I really thought, like, you always see, yeah, snap back, snap back. I was a skinny mini before, or a slimmers. Okay.
Hey, slimmers.
I wasn't skinny, but I was on the slim side, right?
You were skinny before me, then I came into your life, and then we turned you into slimmers.
I was like nuts. Like, I was nearly bone, but I got a bit thicker.
Yeah.
And I was all right in the gym.
Mm-hmm.
And then, I just thought after having a baby, I would be able to go back to the gym and have a routine. But when you have a kid, you can't just go to the gym.
Mm-mm. When you have a kid, especially breastfeeding mum, I feel like it's really, really difficult to just go back and just do anything, really.
It's nuts.
Yeah.
I actually thought, I think on Instagram, it's a lie. I think on Instagram, you just see so many mums get postpartum body, postpartum gym, postpartum. Huh? I just thought I would be able to find a routine where I can 3 days a week, drop baby off, go to the gym, especially on maternity leave. Like, how is that? No, didn't happen.
So what was the realities of it then? What did it look like?
What did it look like? Trying to do a home workout with Koa in a rotating chair. Koa crying whilst I'm doing a home workout in my pajamas because there's no point having a shower, blah, blah, blah. Only surviving that home workout for 1 week and just saying, scrap that. No point. Gym out the window.
Mm-hmm.
But this is how people become fat. This is how you become fat. Now I'm back thinking, okay, I could go to the gym on my 2 days off.
Mm-hmm. But already look what we were talking about before. You want to tidy the house. You want to maintain this. You want to be doing more stuff with Koa on your days off. Do you know what
I said to my friends?
What?
I told her, I want to go gym more. She said, oh, well, like, if you're trying to maintain your house as well, surely that's a workout within itself. Damn you! How dare you say skip gym, just clean your house. What?
They were trying to be encouraging.
Yeah, I know she was, but like, it's not the same. It's not the same. Imagine telling someone, oh, scrap your workout, just clean your toilet. What?
All right.
What was an expectation for you?
An expectation versus a reality for me was like your ability to function, because I feel like the sleep thing with a child is so crazy. Like, you could get a child that just sleeps really well, or you could get a child that doesn't sleep at all, doesn't like sleeping, wants to be awake all the time. And I thought one expectation was, if you keep them busy during the day, they'll just be tired and sleep at night. And the reality is, the sort of sleep cycles that you have them on really play a big determining factor in how they sleep through the night. Because people used to be like, yeah, he's going to run around, he's going to be tired. But if they get to the overtired point, that makes it harder for them.
Overtired.
Overtired is a place you don't want to be.
No.
Bro, you don't want to be at overtired. And I feel like early doors, we overtired a lot.
Yeah.
And we were just struggling, like, why is he not sleeping? Why is he not sleeping? Until we got to a point of trying to get him on some sort of routine and cycle. And just sleep in general, not having sleep really distorts everything from your thinking, your mood, your attitude, your outlook at life. And it's weird with a child because the child always brings you joy. But when you have a lack of sleep, it's so hard to just do anything else. I don't know how it's affected you or how you've even seen it affect me, but when you wake up at the crack in the middle of the night, when you know you're not meant to be awake at this time and you're on your way to work, like some of those train journeys into work were honestly some of the most mentally challenging things, because like you're tired and it's like, why am I out of my house? And everyone on the train just looks miserable anyway. And then you're going to go and do the job. So yeah, I think the expectation of being able to function on a coffee can't even recover it, you know? That's probably, and the reality is like, it's hard to get through. You just got to understand what it means to have lack of sleep and how you let that affect you, sort of thing.
But we thank God that he's sleeping well. I'm not even going to, I've come to the point where I'm not telling people how well he sleeps, because I feel like when I do, that's when it
Do you know what's annoying about that though?
goes downhill.
When you tell people how well he's sleeping, and then it's always like, well, we'll see how long that lasts. It's like, oh, yep, wait until they start teething again. Or everyone's always so like, you think you've got it easy now? Yeah, neggy about it, man.
But it slightly is true because he's got a cold now, and I'm just like, damn you, cold. But another expectation, which is a sad one, is I just thought friends would be there more. I thought, where were you? What's that song? Where were you? No, It's like an R&B one. I don't know. I was Keisha White or Keisha Cole. Okay, yeah, you don't know them shoes. Just go back to your bashment and dance hall. Yeah, but do you know what? Like, I get it, and I get it in a way because we are. Can I say it? We are quite young, and none of our friends have babies and stuff like that, which fair. But I feel like I just saw a lot on TikTok and a lot on like Instagram where you're at home with the baby and your friend comes round and they're helping with the cooking and the cleaning. I'm not saying friends come and cook and clean. I'm not expecting that. But I just thought there would be a natural presence of friends. And maybe, you know what, I feel like your family have definitely been there and been supportive, and my family have, but they just live quite far. They live far, and I think that's what's hard as well, because there's nothing like, obviously your family are my tribe, but there's nothing like the tribe that you grew up with. And I feel like that's what's hard, because I could tell my mum, can you stop doing that? Or I can tell my brother and be like, this is how I want things done. Like my little cousin, big ups Queenie, big ups Queenie. She will come all the time and she just listens. We'll be like, no, like don't play with that toy because and she'll be like, yep, cool, whatever. Or we'll show her, this is how you bathe him, and she'll come and bathe him. Like, she's been here so many times. She knows how to bathe Koa. There's been a time where she came and I was so tired. I just went upstairs and napped and she was fine playing with him. And I just kind of expected a bit more. I feel like my friendships would have gotten a bit more stronger because I had a baby. But I think since having a baby, my friendships have spread apart even more. And I'm just like, I can't wait until friends have babies. So one, I could be there for them and show like, this is probably what you need. And I know you didn't know this is what I needed. But yeah, it's just an expectation. But the reality was, I'm there with my burning eyes, not washing until Robert comes back home from work, and I'm like, thank you, I can shower now.
I think, you know, the reality of it, which I've come to understand, the reality of things is everyone's got their own lives. Or not even in a bad way. Like, I think in a good way, everyone has got their own lives. And we've come to this stage of life where it is a transition for a lot of people. So everyone's figuring it out the same way we're figuring out parenthood. And I feel like, again, being first in our friendship group, no one is going to know / understand the things we're going through until people start having kids. That's why you'll probably notice most of the people you speak to now have kids or have had kids recently. Like, you've become friends with some people you never would have thought you become friends with because you understand and you get it. And even me, like, I would never understand what parenthood does to people in terms of some of the people I've connected with. It's like, rah, so this is what it has been this whole time. And yeah, I get it. So you would expect it to be like a sitcom-y sort of thing.
Yeah,
like,
I think this is very much like the movies and rose tinted.
Life is not like that, man. Like, imagine you got friends that work 9 to 5 and then what? They come here.
Yeah, I know that's more than impossible. But I also think like it's taking you more than a year to see my child. Crazy.
Another expectation I had around parenthood was, to a certain extent, I still agree with this. but I felt like you can create your baby to be any way, but I do feel like babies have innate personalities.
Yeah.
So like if your baby's gonna be independent, they're gonna be independent. If they're gonna be clingy, they're gonna be clingy. And like I feel like the you can nurture them into some ways of things, but there's some stuff that the more you fight it, the reverse effect it's gonna have. Like in terms of
So I was just looking at the time. I was like, it's actually lunchtime for Koa.
Oh snap! Yeah,
but he had breakfast pretty late.
Anyway. I'll check in a minute. Like you can't force a non-independent child to be independent, and they will become what they will become when they're ready to become whatever they want to become, if that makes sense. So like our whole sleep training process started later than probably what we think we should have started.
I don't think it was that late though.
Yeah, I don't think it was that late either. But we did say we wish we started before he can stand up and climb.
Yeah. But then also crib. I'm just like, I don't know. Like I'm thinking if we were to have another child, would we start it early or would we I don't know, because we done sleep training, but then we kind of stopped after like, I don't know.
If we was to have another one, I'll start it earlier than what we started.
We weren't really consistent with it. We were consistent for like a week.
Yeah, no, but I'll start it and do it properly. Like if we was to start,
I don't know, them tears are allowed.
So I was more on the let him cry a little bit. And Kyra will be giving me burning daggers.
Like, can I go in the room now?
You're just letting it. Kyra will look at me. She won't say anything. But what it sounded like in my head was, "You're such a bad dad. You're just gonna let your son cry. He's crying. You know, you can't hear. You're bad, man. You're bad." And I always had to be like, "Wait for the time. Leave it a little bit," because I do feel there was benefits to it, and I probably would have started earlier, but. If your child just goes on and on and on, you can't force them. Some people react well to sleep training, some people don't react well to sleep training, you know? So that was the expectation I had, that you could just pattern them any way you want. But the reality is your kid would dictate your flow of life.
Every child is different.
Yeah. Your kid would dictate your flow of life. Is there any more that's like we haven't really thought about?
I'm not going to lie. I thought I was going to be watching TV all the time. I thought I was going to be watching TV all the time. Like, oh, okay, maternity leave, I'm going to bang out bare shows. But the reality, well, for me, for us, the reality is when baby's a baby, like a newborn, bang out your shows then.
Yeah.
Bang out your shows then. And then as they get older and they're more aware and they can actually look at the screen, then I'm like, yeah, we can't have the TV on all the time. Simply because I'm watching Grey's Anatomy. Am I going to let Koa, a baby, watch somebody's arm and leg get sawed and like blood dropping on the floor and then like all of the doctors laughing about it? That's not normal. Otherwise, he's going to grow up to be some psychotic child and desensitized to like nuts things. Like, it's just not okay. And then also when the TV is on, the way how the boy will bend off his head.
This guy.
Bend his head back to watch it.
He don't interact with no one. He ain't trying to hear from you. He's not trying to listen.
No. So we don't have the TV on in our house. And more time, there's a lot of stuff to do in the house. So yeah, we don't have time to watch TV.
Reality being, Miss Rachel, you're a G.
Yeah, Miss Rachel.
Miss Rachel, you're a G. You're a G. You're a G.
She's actually so good. Like if I was getting ready in the morning and I can't, like, I couldn't shower before Koa, he woke up before me or whatever, Miss Rachel, hop in the shower, turn it off, changing him, because this boy, Koa, don't stay still. Put him on the floor to change him, don't stay still. He'll be crawling left, right, dragging, going, whatever. Miss Rachel will keep him still.
Yeah.
So, yeah.
Oh, another one that I had. I thought it would be easier to take him anywhere. Kyra and I, you see restaurants. You see how we used to love restaurant eating out.
We'd be like ticking off the list. Yeah, been there. Do you know what it is? What I really liked as well, Robert wasn't very experimental with his food. But
just take me to the Chinese, get me some sweet and sour chicken, man.
You grew to it and you started enjoying different flavors and foods and just drinks and started eating salads.
Okay.
Like before,
Tell
you'd be
'em.
like, "What do you mean salad?
Salad. Why
I'd
are
be
you
like,
ordering salad, bro?
It,
What you did?
taste it."
So we love
loved
that.
it.
We loved that.
We
We loved that.
loved
We loved
it.
it. And luckily enough, now he's getting to the age where it's easier to take him out to restaurant stuff. If you go with the right toys, you got the right high chair.
Yeah.
It's easier to take him out. Yeah. But then we tried it a bit where you're going and it's like, all right, the food's gonna come. I'll eat quick, then I'll hold him and keep him entertained. Otherwise, if you put him down, he's gonna cry. Then you eat quick. Or if he's asleep, let's scoff it down.
The first meal we ever went to, we were like,
days.
"He's sleeping. He's gonna sleep. He's sleeping."
He's sleeping. Quick, eat.
The way how we ate, barbaric.
So I thought it would be easier to do those things, but the reality of the fact is, if you're trying to have decent sleep cycles with a child that likes to stay active, like Ko will stay awake the whole day if you can. If you can, you really got to like wind him down and put him to sleep and stuff. So that's the reality, man. Sometimes it's easier to stay in than it is to go out.
Yeah, and I think that's how you can get trapped. It's like going out for dinner. Not dinner, lunch or whatever. You just have to work it around his cycle. Be like, okay, it's been 3 to 4 hours. He's roughly gonna fall asleep then. We need to be home by that time, so we should go out for lunch at this time.
Yeah.
Then it'll be perfect. We could get home, feed him, then he can sleep. And it's just like, it's very techie. So when friends and family are like, "Oh, just come, bring the baby," it's like, I need to time everything and make sure everything's on point. So yeah, it's
and
hard.
more time, like even if you do time it, I hate going somewhere and feeling rushed.
Yeah.
So it don't even make sense. Like it's not even fun to go and do fun stuff because the run up and the prep to it is a bit difficult. But as we say, he's getting older now. Food is holding him for longer, so it's a bit easier. Like we're able to be here and record, and he's outside just enjoying himself,
Even
not outside in the house.
It's
but
lunchtime. We're
yeah,
not giving
getting
him lunch
to
for a while.
yeah.
But
true.
what I do think will hopefully be easier is he can maybe soon start eating off like the children's menus at restaurants.
Potentially.
But also, I don't know how I feel about that because I'm very much like no salt in his food. I don't know when they get to a point where they can start having salt and flavor, because I'm not trying to give him what all of our African and Caribbean parents have. I mean, God knows what we have.
To be fair, he's at the stage where you can take lunch with you as well.
Yeah, that's what we do. But it's constantly being prepared.
Yeah, that's
and
very
you have
true.
to take lunch that can be eaten cold
True.
as well. And it's just a lot to think about. That's why sometimes it's just like, I'll stay at home. I will stay at home. And I think that's why I've stayed very local.
Yes.
When I linked up with my friend who's from West, which I was originally from, and we linked up in Central, and I was just like, I've not been in Central for so long. It felt weird. We even drove through Brick Lane because we went out for our friends' birthdays, and I was just like, I'm never here. Like,
you used to be there every day.
I used to be there all the time. Like even on the weekends after, like not after school, weekends when I was at school, just go Oxford Street and it's just like, what? Now I'm in bloody Essex, going down the local streets in Essex, and I'm like, am I my mum? Am I your mum? What?
It's true. It's true.
It's like, I'm going to my locals now. What?
Life changes, man. Maybe that's a good last expectation versus reality. I expected, like Kyra said at the jump, life to just be the same, but with a baby. But really and truly, life has changed. Your relationship has changed. Your outlook on things change. I guess who you are as a person sort of changes. Depends how involved you want to be and not involved you want to be. But I'm sort of, that's quite hands-on. You're obviously the hands of the on as well. And everything just changes. And now you're thinking about the future in a different type of way. Like all of a sudden, the first home you bought, which was too big for the two of you, is now too small if you have another child. Yeah. It's almost too small now because you haven't got no space to work.
Nope.
Like my DJ Dex used to be in his room. He used to have a nice little desk in there. We ain't got that space. You're in the dining room now. And it's like, wow, everything really just changes, but it's all worth it.
Yeah. Oh, 100%.
That's the main thing. Like
100%.
It's all, and I wouldn't change anything. Like all of the stuff that we've touched on, I'll accept it all again.
Yeah.
You know?
No, 1,000%. I just do think like there's no way you can ever be prepared for a baby. Like, I keep telling people who are like wanting a child and stuff, I'm just like, it's the best thing ever, but also it's just like, it's nothing you would have expected as well.
Yeah.
I don't know. I think our parents just handled it like absolute bosses and pros. And I look at every woman who has a child, I'm just like, well done. When I see a woman in the early morning, when I'm like driving to a baby class and I see them like in jacket and they've got their baby and they're walking down the road, I'm like, good on you. I'm like, what the heck? Because you look like you've been walking for time.
Do you know what I saw on the train the other day? Sorry, I'm rambling now. There was a woman, had her baby in her carrier, and she was carrying a car seat in her hand as well, and just walking, just like, this is my life. I got to do it, you know. I even offered, do you want me, where are you walking to? I can walk. She's like, no, it's all right. It's not even too heavy. It's like,
wow.
When you've got obstacles, you just find a way. Yeah, because now obviously I'm thinking like, that's actually nuts. But I guess actually that's a great point to land on. When you have an obstacle, you just find a way. Like when you are waking up at 4 a.m. and your baby's crying at 2 a.m. and you feel like, I'm not going to get through this day, you get through the day. When you're up every single 2 hours feeding and thinking, how am I even going to shower today? You're still here, you're still standing, you know? So you make it through. Like, it can feel impossible, but honestly, hold on. Like, it gets to the point and then they start sleeping 11, 12 hours at night and it's like, wow, we can sit down and watch Champion, my new favorite show.
Like, we actually never thought we could watch a show.
Yeah.
Because if we watched the show, he would be up by the time we go to bed. And it would just be like, why did we do it to ourselves?
I think it took us, like 8-9 months to watch a film?
Yeah.
We watched the film and that's another thing. Cinema and eating
food.
We watched the film and we were like, wow, we just watched the film. Let's watch another one.
Yeah, we banged out. We banged out.
You know? So yeah, man. But I guess that's the expectations versus reality.
Yeah, like a baby will switch up your life, but it will all come together and it will be so worth it as well. Like, it's such a blessing. Like, I cannot imagine my life without my baby boy. I love him so much.
Well done, fam. Well done.
Well done to you. Thank you for helping create
my baby. You know, but I'm always here to help create. I'm always here.
You're disgusting. Because my brother and my dad listen to this podcast. Do you know what? Did I even tell you last point? Yeah. Did we even say what dirty, nasty, ras question Robert put on our baby shower guessing game?
Never. We're out of time. We're out of time. Maybe one day we'll reveal.
All Robert's family members. Nasty. Nasty. But thank you guys for listening and watching our podcast. We love you. We miss you. We appreciate you.
We're back.
We really do enjoy doing this podcast. It's like our little getaway because we don't really go out, do we? So it's the one little piece that we have together, which is fun and we love it.
So yeah, we'll be back. Anything you want us to discuss, let us know as well. Message us. I'm sure we'll be asking and stuff. But yeah, man.
Yeah. What's your @ Rob Bruce K?
@ Rob Bruce K. Maybe we'll put it somewhere.
Yeah. @ Rob Bruce K. Kyra Bruce K.
That's where you can find us.
Slide into the DMs. I'm always chatting away to people that I meet on the internet. So yeah, especially when I was on maternity leave, I'd be talking to everybody here. I'd be like, wow. But yeah, I'm so open to chatting. But yeah, I love you guys.
Yes. What's mine is yours, the podcast. We out. Hands up.
We taught our son how to put his hands up. He goes like this. Go hands up. Bye.
Peace.